Hi everyone! Happy Friday! TGIF! So I'm just going to wait a couple seconds for people to come on here. My name is Ella Whitaker. I'm an exclusive Black status presenter with Younique, professional makeup artist, amongst other things also. So join me today in Fun Friday. I'm going to finish off a specific look, and it may look like I'm naked, but I really am not. I'm just wearing, you know, like a pool cover. You know what I mean? So I decided to put that on because it gives the illusion that I'm naked, but I'm really not. So come and join me today. So happy Friday, everyone. And for my Canadian friends out there, happy May 2 weekend. Eh? Right? So happy weekend, everyone. If you are new to this, please post where you're from. Say hi. Hi, everyone. So I would love to show you one eye. As you can see, I look a little bit crazy. Here's one eye and here's another eye that's not done. So I wanted to do my eyebrows also because I wanted to show you exactly how I do them and the best method that I know how to do in regards to a brow palette. And so I've been using this specific method by using this brow palette that has been really, really working. So let's start off with, okay, so I've done my eyebrow, obviously with my brow palette, and I've done a little bit of a smoky look, and I'm going to show you what palette I've used. And then for the rest of my face, I've obviously used Flawless 4, which are Younique products between our primer, concealer, liquid foundation, and our brush. I've also used a little bit of a luminizer. I never really put any setting powder today. I'm trying to go with that kind of dewy look. And then on my lips, oh, Peterborough. Love Peterborough. I used to go there all the time. On my lips, I'm wearing Serendipitous, which is a lip stain. It's really, really beautiful kind of purpley mauvey color, or purpley fuchsia color. Really, really, really beautiful. So what I'm going to start off with, let's get into this really, really quick. As I see more people come on here, please tell me where you're from. Love to hear. So here's our brow palette. Now, I've actually taken out some of the product in order to mix it. And what I've done is I've mixed it in this kind of like little stationery kind of thing. Because what I did was I mixed the wax along with a darker color and lighter color. So what I like to do is I like to use the wax and mix it in with the other two also. And here's why. This is a wax in order to help your eyebrow stay put throughout the day. It does not move, and you're able to kind of finagle with it a little bit more too. You're able to adjust your eyebrow by using a wax. And usually people use a wax afterwards, but by using this alongside with the color pigment, it's going to help with leaving your eye, obviously your eyebrows stay put, but it's also going to mix in with that powder much, much easier. And that's what I've done on this side. So all you need to do is take some of this wax that's on here, and what I do is I do a double dip. So I go into the actual product and also into the lighter color, going into the lighter color. So there's two colors here. You can use one or the other. If this is a brunette palette, so it does come with two different shades and highlighters. So what I like to use is kind of both of these because I am in between both of these. But if you are a darker color or a lighter color, then you can obviously use this. So let's get into that, okay? And I've mixed some a little bit on the side of my hand too. And I'm going to show you exactly how I apply this in order to kind of get a little bit of a gradual eyebrow, which is the hottest trend right now, instead of having a color block of eyebrow going gradual from inside less to more on the outside. So what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to start off with the middle part of my eye. And I'm going to start off where the places that I'm actually missing hair. And then what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much using one dip of product for the entire brush and the entire eyebrow. And what I'm doing is working all the way down from the mid part, because the bottom part of your eyelash can be the most definitive underneath, and you kind of want to gradually use the rest for the rest of it on top and so forth. So always start from the bottom part of the eyebrow and then just line the eyebrow out I'm going to go a little bit longer because my eyebrows are a little bit short. So as you can see, I kind of lined it like that. Now, what you can easily do is mix this and then also line it and then blend it. So it won't look as severe as it does right now. So all I'm doing now is pretty much connecting the top part by using the same product that I initially put on my brush, and I'm lining the whole eyebrow. Less product is being used, which is what you want. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the excess product that is outlining my eyebrows to actually push it in towards the inside. So now what I'm doing is I'm using hair-like strokes, using the product that I used at the bottom that was really defined, and spreading it out into the center part of the eyebrow. I'm sorry, I keep on saying eyelash. Into the eyebrow. So as you can see, I'm kind of using some of that excess product. And then I'm just going down here, down strokes with the top part and up strokes with the bottom part. Hair-like strokes. Even though I lined the outside of my eyebrow, the inside I'm using hair-like strokes. So then what I'm going to do is excess product, the least amount of product you're going to use on the inner part of your eyebrow. And then I'll show you what you need to do to blend it. So that's basically what you need to do. And then at the bottom, oh, my sister-in-law is watching. Hi, Danielle. Okay, so then the bottom of the brow again, all I'm going to do is line that one more time if I feel that I've used too much product to pull it into the eyebrow. And just lined it. Now, what I'm going to do is now I am going to blend it. You can use a spoolie brush, so anything to use for your eyelashes, or you can use a brush like this that I use for an eyebrow liner. And all I'm doing is just kind of connecting everything, making sure that the bottom is blended, that there's really no definition really, that it just kind of blends in nicely. And any other parts that you need blended, just keep on blending. So if I'm missing any parts that after I've used my spoolie and there's any parts missing, then all I'm going to do is go back with a little bit more product and just line it one more time. Fill in those spots. And then that's it. So in order to clean this up, all I'm going to use is a little bit of concealer, which is super, super simple to clean up. All I'm going to do is now kind of outline the eyebrow with some concealer, or you can use this highlight, this white highlight right here. Either or, I like to use concealer, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever you have, especially in that brow palette, you can use definitely to just line the brow and clean it up very precisely. Kind of like that. Okay, so that's how I did my eyebrow. So all I'm going to do is just going to blend that concealer. How do I like my hair now? It's going to be corrected, Heather. As you can see, I washed it 3 times yesterday with dish soap. It's still dark and it's still not coming out. So, but I'm going to get it corrected. So we're all good. We're totally fine with it. All right. So I'm going to use palette number 2 and I'm going to do a little bit of a smoked eye today. It's Friday. It's the weekend. It's long weekend for Canadians, so why not live a little bit and use a little bit of a smoked eye? So I'm going to be using this very quick. I'm going to show you how quick this is to do your eyes with this. So this is palette number 2. It is a cool palette that has a lot of kind of smoky colors in it. It's got some browns in it. It's got kind of anything that even has mauves in it. It's really, really beautiful. And this palette is also very versatile. So I like to use this even as an evening palette. And what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to use Honorable. I'm going to use that in my crease, which is a beautiful deeper mauve color. And I'm using that in the crease, and I'm using a blending brush, an eye blending brush, because I don't want any definition in it. I just want it clearly smoked above the eye. That's how quick that is. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in, and I am going to use which one am I going to use now? I'm going to use Perplexed. And I'm going to use that on the entire eyelid. And I'm going to try to cut into the crease exactly where my crease and, well, the lid and the crease meet pretty much. So I am just creating a smoked look on top of there. So I'm doing the entire lid this way. And this is a really subtle smoked look. Like, it's not overpowering. It's not black. It's just got a beautiful texture to it. And this has a little bit of a shimmer to it. You don't see a lot of shimmer, but it does have a little bit that just kind of, if you were to be in front of a light, it's going to just kind of sparkle a little bit. So it's not like a huge shimmer per se. So I'm going to do that over top the entire lid. Then what I'm going to use is this Blissful, and I'm going to use a sponge brush, and I am going to just place in the middle of where your iris is, and just adding it on top of that, under that transition color that you had on your lid. Just in the middle, just to give it a pop. And that way that you have a little bit of dark on the inside and a little bit of dark on the outside. Then what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a splurge brush here, and I'm going to use the lightest color, which is Romantic. And I'm going to use that as a highlight underneath my brow bone where I had the concealer. I'm going to add this really kind of diluted silvery color and just add it to the brow bone. That's all I'm doing. That's how easy this look is. Simple 4 colors. It is so, so, so easy. So then what I'm going to use is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do the lower lash line. Lower lash line, I'm going to start off with, where's my brush that I'm looking for? I'm going to use Blissful on the inside. Just on the inner quarter part of your bottom lash. And then what I'm going to use is this Perplexed and Cocky mixed in with each other. And I'm just going to smoke out the bottom part of my lash with this crease brush. That way it's not a severe line, but it is smoking out the eye underneath. That's how simple it is. That's all you need to make like a smoky eye. It's a different version of it without going into your black, really cool tones. At least it gives a little bit of a smoky look. And then what I can easily do is you can use a black eyeliner to line the eyelid and tight line just along the base of the eyelid, just to kind of give it a little bit of definition. I'm not going out with a winged look whatsoever. And then what you could easily do to kind of finish it off, now this is a trick. So there's 2 methods of doing this. So you could do this with a black eyeliner on the inside of your waterline. And what that will do is definitely make your eye more smoked out and more smoky. However, you'll be closing the eye, which means that the more black you put in there, it's going to look like your eye is much, much smaller. Now, that's what I did with this eye, but if you want to open up your eye a little bit more, what you can use is a white eyeliner and then go on the waterline on the inside And to open it up, because you have a lot of smokiness underneath it, what you could do is just go in there and just line the eye with a white eyeliner. This one is awesome because it literally goes on so easily, gliding on, almost like a waxy texture, but it stays on all day. So this one looks way more open than this one. So if you want to create more of an evening look, definitely go with that. Or if you want to open up your eye during the day, then definitely use a white eyeliner. So that's how easy it is to make a smoky look. Let me just explain one more time. I use the brow palette. On my list, I'm wearing Super Dipidus. I'm using that lip stain. And then also what I use is palette number 2. What I did was I put in the crease number 1, I put Honorable, then all over the eyelid I put Perplexed, Blissful on the center part of the eyelid, and then what I did was use as a highlight underneath the eyebrow bone is Romantic. And that's how simple it is to make a smoked out look. Really, really simple and very, very easy. So I hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. Again, to my Canadian friends, happy 2-4 weekend. I hope you have an absolute blast. Stay safe. And for anyone else out there, if you have any questions, please let me know. I have a beautiful and awesome package bundle that is discounted this month for any of our eyeshadow palettes. You can create so many different looks with 7 shades that it comes in. In one small palette, you can make so many several different looks. So with that, I'm signing off. Happy weekend, everyone. Happy Friday. Bye.